Shot clock. Ball stuck behind the goal. Maroney behind the back, able to finish around the defender.
As he'll get past the York defender and score for the Seagulls. What a goal from Colin Myers as he dribbled past Josh Kappas.
Absolutely. Johnson with the ball, taking a shot. And it's a Salisbury goal!
2-1 pitch. Swung on by Bonesteel. That's going to bounce over his head. Coming around to score from second base is Stephen Rice. And Brandon Bonesteel is going to walk it off.
Shot clock gets it over to Fortescue. Fortescue drives inside and gets the shot to go.
Welcome to Sea Gull Stadium. My name is Sydney Refstock. Alongside me, my broadcast partner, Mallory Dryden. And today we have a great game of good hockey.
Hello and welcome to the Sea Gull Sports Network. I'm Nick Lewis, alongside me my partner Steve Bowen. We are here for the Elite Eight third round of the NCAA Division III football tournament.
Sea Gull Sports Network broadcasts over 140 home events each year to Salisbury fans as well as visiting fans all across the world. Since 2011, SGSN has grown to become one of the top student-run broadcasts in all of the NCAA. But let's meet some of the people that make it all possible.
I was a media production major, which was kind of like the tech side of things, like the audio production and like the TV studio and like the cameras and all that kind of stuff. But I realized I kind of wanted to be more of like the on-camera side of stuff. So I switched my major. I ended up just getting an email from Justin Farrell, and he, like the generic one that you send to all the students, like, oh, you like sports? Do you want a job in sports? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I mean, I'm looking for a part-time job. I might as well try it or whatever. And I had camera experience from being video production. So that just kind of got me into it. And then from there, I just kind of transitioned into being a broadcaster.
So I guess it's the most informal way of formally doing it. There was the mass email that got sent out to all the students about like, oh, want to work on campus? And I was like, well, I'm a freshman. I kind of need a job. So let's just do it. I put in all the information. I said computer and camera are one of my favorite things to do as my top choices. I go in, have my interview. I basically told straight up Justin that I have no idea how to use a camera, but I need a job and I'm willing to learn. He's like, all right, cool. So next couple of weeks, I get trained on camera, and that is how it happened.
I started off as a camera operator, and then at the end of my sophomore year, beginning of my junior year, I started directing broadcasts in the stadium, and then I've also done replay and TriCaster when we needed shifts covered. So everyone's always super helpful when you're learning something new, and they make the process like super easy.
Well, I have to stick to my roots of camera. I really like camera. But directing was fun. It gives you a different perspective as to how crazy you can contain like all the chaos. It's a rush, but then when it's done, you're glad it's done.
It was really cool knowing that people kind of looked to me to be like their source for information during the games and stuff like that. It was nice like being needed in a sense. But I mean, obviously, for coming from someone that's in love with baseball and I get paid to sit there and talk about baseball for a couple hours, I mean, it's the best job ever.
My favorite moment would be when men's lacrosse won semifinals in 2018, and me and one of the other directors, we drove up to Boston to watch them play in the national championship. That's definitely a highlight, but it's hard to pick one favorite memory because I've become really good friends with the rest of the staff, and we're like a big family now.
Well, the main ones are the Union game of this past football season. That was a big win. I guess really just that whole kind of stretch of this season, this whole past season, how like it's the best this team has really done in the past years, maybe almost a decade now. And I think also being able to see Jack Barry's final home run coming last year during the regional tournament, and then Justin Meekins hitting his last home run at Sea Gull Stadium off the foul pole this year as well. Kind of just being able to be there for both of those was really surreal to me. It was cool.
We're a family. That's the only word I can explain it. We are a true family. Like yes, we get upset at each other if one isn't working their position right, but then again, like, say something and they'll get it back to where they need to be. We see each other outside of work, we see each other at work, and it just grows the bonds even stronger. I absolutely love everyone I work with, whether they're new, old, or I haven't seen them for 2 seasons. I still consider them my SGSN family.
Like, we're one of the best in D3, I believe, personally. Like, we take it very seriously, but it's still a really fun environment to be in. It's the pros of having a really serious job, but also you're not like overworked or anything like that. You have like, you still have free time. All you have to do is dedicate a couple hours a week, and you're fine. It's you get to watch sports, which is the best.
Join SGSN because you make lifelong friendships and connections, but you also gain valuable work experience because you're in a position where you're given guidance, but also a lot of creative freedom. It's going to teach you how to problem solve and be creative with your solutions, and it'll give you valuable experience if you want to pursue a career in broadcasting or production. But also, if that's not a career path you want to take, there's still a lot to learn from SGSN. I was an accounting major, so I don't really fall in either category, but working for SGSN was the best job I could have had while at Salisbury.